Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma and today we're going to start off with a bit of a workout because this build is going to need it. This is going to be a huge build, lots of terraforming and going to be quite complicated, but I'm ready for the challenge and I'm going to take it. Today, what I'm going to do is put my house on top of a little hill and surround it with a nice valley with lots of nature and things. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it will turn out cute. If you like the sound of that, please remember to click the like button. And if you're new to the channel and would like to see more Animal Crossing content, then please subscribe. Let's get started. So now I have my hard hat on, it's time to do some terraforming. I've sped this bit up a bit more than usual just because there's going to be quite a lot of terraforming. What I'm doing is kind of enclosing in, making like a circle area. It's not going to be a perfect circle, that's not very natural. Unless there's been some sort of natural anomaly where a perfect circle has managed to form. So I'm going to try and make it look as natural as possible. I'm just adding in the cliffs now and then I will kind of round them all off later. And then here in the middle is where I'm going to build the base for my house. Sorry about the balloon, sorry. We were busy, we were preoccupied with trying to create something beautiful. I did severely underestimate the size required, so it did take a long time to kind of play around. You won't see it here so much, but when it came to placing the house, it was definitely a bit of a struggle. I wanted this area to look kind of natural as well, so again, I will be rounding the cliffs off at a later date. I feel like my terraforming is very higgledy-piggledy. It's not kind of uniformed. I kind of do little bits where I feel like it. So yeah, sorry about that. I'm not some pro terraformer. I just kind of do what looks right, and if it doesn't look right, knock it down. But yeah, I'm sure you guys know that by now. And then here we are, we're just building across a little natural land bridge. I didn't want it to be straight and structured, I wanted it to be kind of natural, and then I can put kind of a flowing path on top of it, which I think it would be fitting for the whole area, very natural and flowery. So I'm going to finish up this area and I'll come back to you shortly. So kind of halfway through rounding off all of the cliffs now. It really does make all the difference in your builds and making it look more natural in this area. This little spot, I just thought it'd be nice to build like a little cliff inside the valley, and so we can pop a little tree on it or something, just to break it up a bit from all of the kind of down part. And then here is where I'm going to try and build the base of my house. The house, I wanted it to be on top of the hill, so that's why I'm going up another layer. It's not going to give us much room, but I think I can kind of build something cute up here, and hopefully the building won't look too kind of overcrowded. We'll have to see when we get onto the decorating, but fingers crossed it will look all right. So by this point I was kind of really struggling with what to do for this top level, getting the shape right, knowing how the house would fit was a bit of a struggle, so I went and grabbed a moving kit just so that I could move it down and see where I need to expand, see where I need to change a shape. Normally I do put custom designs down on the ground, but I thought that this would be the easier option so I don't have to worry about scribbling out custom designs that I don't want to be there, and it gives you kind of the illusion quite quickly. I did need to do a lot of alterations to this area. I think I was more concerned about making it look pretty as opposed to actually thinking about how big I realistically need it to be for the house. It is a large building, so you do need quite a bit of space. In my head I was like, oh, I just want a really small cutesy hill for the house to go on, but that's not how it's going to work. So I tried to expand out a bit. just to make sure that we have enough space. So the back was kind of the first place that I expanded out, and then obviously you have to recreate that on the top level as well. So it is a lot of up and down. This ladder I think would have definitely kind of degraded a lot during the process of this build. I didn't want any wasted space at the back, which is probably like, it fitted there, but I don't want that wasted space because it is literally just wasted space. So I want it right snug up against the back of the cliff. There we go. I am going to change it out. I went with the straight line for now, but that doesn't look very natural and it doesn't fit with the whole kind of vibe that I'm trying to achieve. So I'm going to expand out on this right hand side here, which shouldn't matter too much, and will give us some options for placing down different things on this little kind of cliff edge. So I'm just rounding off the top bit there for now, and we can bring back and circle that out. Cool. Right, I'm gonna try just placing the incline just to see how it looks, but I just don't think it's right for this area. Now we have the vines and things, we've got other ways of accessing cliffs, so I'm definitely gonna maybe use a ladder or something to put that in, and just pushing I'm just planting some trees and some things just to give me an idea as to where I'm going with the terraforming here, and to get them out of my inventory space for the moment. It would have been nice to do some double level waterfalls, but we just didn't have the space on the upper level to do that. So I'm just trying to add in a little bit of a waterway here. And then I'm going to work on this little section down here, just do a bit of terraforming. The bridge looked a bit skinny, so I did just want to adjust that a tiny bit. And I also want kind of a little pond down here, just so that we can have some ducks and things. Somehow I'm gonna try and make it work with the river or the waterfall that I've created back here. Just maybe a little stream leading towards it. It is a really, really tight area, so there is a lot of kind of trial and error here, and I'm always one for hitting the wrong spot. As you can see there, I just wanted a nice smooth little river stream thing and it struggles. There we go. That is what I was trying to achieve after the millionth time. Right, maybe the pond needs to come back a bit. I think that's the best way to go. Just something really small, not too overbearing, but of course we want to round off the edges just to make it look nice and natural. We're getting there. There we go. Cool. So I did mention about keeping this land bridge pretty natural, so I'm going to go in with my flower path, which is so pretty. It's an adorable path. It's by Kira.Alicia. All of my codes will be on my Pinterest for this island. I think that Pinterest is kind of a nice way to go because you can actually visually see the codes as opposed to just seeing the numbers in a description. So if you have Pinterest, go and check that out. If you don't have Pinterest, you should be able to view it still, so hopefully that will help you. But if you are struggling, just drop me a comment. And then this is gonna kind of be the entrance, so just gonna have a bigger kind of splat of flowers here. After I finished placing down the flower path, I moved forward a day just so I could get the house built up. I've added in the vine step ladder just because I really love the green, and then I'm going to pop down some custom designs up top here. I've added in the white round doormat because it's super cute, and then just contrasting that with some flower path. And then I'm going to add in some picket fence as well up here, just a few just dotted around just to look cute and for protection. We're not going to have any falls off the top of this hill. There we go. So I've just been and grabbed some more items just to kind of finish off this top area. I'm not going to be able to do anything too fancy, so I'm just going to kind of dot some items around. Maybe a little seating area would be cute. I think I'm going to expand out this area just so it will look nice underneath the kind of little seating area that I create. Obviously, I had to choose a small round covered table, and I decided to pick up my mailbox and not have it up here just because the area is so small. I didn't want that clogging up the area, and that is something that I do use, so I do want easy access to it. And then down here, I'm going to add in some flowers, and I remembered that I picked up the windmill, and I thought that this would be kind of cute here. You'll just have to ignore the exterior of my house right now. That will change, and it will look a whole lot cuter when I have changed that, I promise. Okay, so it's coming together now. Just going to add in some flowers that I had in my inventory and pop down a puddle over here because that would be cute next to the waterfall. I severely underestimated the amount of flowers I was going to need for this area, which is why in the end I bought some seeds and kind of planted them. But don't worry, for the grand reveal, I will make sure it's fully bloomed. So as you can see, I went and took a visit to Tom Nook. Looking at the old house exterior was just bothering me, so I had to go and sort it out. So I went and changed it up, and I took inspiration from Callie's house with the green walls, and then I tried to stick with the theme that I'm going for and used the white roof and the white rustic door. I think it looks really cute. And then I'm just going to work on this area a little bit more. I've added in some more wooden boxes and the decorative bottles, just trying to see what fits best, what looks nice around here. I did think about putting in my mailbox back, but it was definitely too cluttered, so we picked that up pretty quickly. And I decided maybe to try putting it down here. And I think that looked really cute. So I'm just finishing off up here. We don't have a lot of room, so I'm just going to try and do my best with what I can. It's hard because there's so many things I want to use, but just not enough space. I decided to add the triangular topiary just because a little pop of green is always needed. We're not going to be able to add a tree up here, so that's a good substitute. And then some jams and a wide brim straw hat just because it's super cute. And then I wanted to add in these shoes, just trying to find a place to put them. It was getting very, very tight. And then I thought about putting them on the little doormat, and that kind of worked. It's a bit off, but I think it still looks adorable, so there we go. So that's pretty much everything up top that we can do. I could have filled in some more spaces, but I do want to make it accessible and walkable, so that's why we did it that way. A cruiser bike is a must, so my character can ride around the island. And just adding in some more flowers and things, just to really kind of make this land bridge feel supernatural. As I say, these flowers will come into bloom, I promise, and it will hopefully make it feel a bit more lovely. So there we go. Right, time to work on the valley. Again, just in with some flowers that I had in my inventory just to get them out of the way so we don't have to worry about them. I have struggled knowing which bushes to use on this island just because there's a couple that I like, so I have been more kind of mixing and matching with kind of all of the other things that I've been using. Wheat fields are going to play heavy in this area, as well as flowers and ponds and bunnies and things like that. Just things that make you feel like it's a really natural area with lots of wildlife and things that are thriving. And of course, custom designs. How can I forget the custom designs? I have quite a few filler plants saved on this, which is probably more than I normally would, but I think the mixture works really nicely. They are all by the same creator, so they are quite cohesive. It's definitely harder decorating with flowers that aren't fully bloomed, because when they're fully bloomed you can kind of see what kind of works, and you know if you've got too many of the same flowers in the same area, so you can change it up. So doing it this way, I definitely did find it was harder, and when I did come back I was like, oh, those two are too close together. You can kind of see them, but I mean visually, just looking at it fully, I feel like it's better to decorate with your flowers fully bloomed. I have started planting all of the seeds down so that I can go and pick them up. That's probably more work, but I feel like it's easier for me to decorate, and you don't have to wait for a build to be fully complete, which I like about that as well. I'm really loving the green mums at the moment. I've just seemed to have found a new love for them. I know they're really popular and people have loved them for a long time, but I've never really used them in any of my islands, so it's nice to use a different flower. I know all of my other flowers are pretty similar to what I've used in the past, because I tend to use a lot of white flowers, which I don't think is a bad thing. I'm just not overly colourful in a person, so that kind of is why. I absolutely love the wheat fields. I've probably said it about 500 million times, but if there was a way that Nintendo could track which items you've ordered most of, I would hate to imagine how many wheat fields I've ordered so far, and I'm not even halfway through the island, so that's a little bit scary. Instead of giving Tom Nook all my bells, I've given all of my bells to buying wheat fields. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to move over to the left hand side now. I'm going to add in a little bit of a little stream running from this waterfall to the other side. So it's like a backwards waterfall, or like, I don't know. It's like an infinity waterfall. I don't know how that would work in real life. I don't think it would, because surely all the water would kind of pool, but it will look cute. We're in Animal Crossing, we're not here for realism, although sometimes it kind of does help with like guiding yourself for building and decorating and things. But yeah, I don't know why I made this so hard. I feel like it looks like I struggled more than I really need to, probably because that's true, but it was just trying to make it look kind of cute and natural. It is sometimes hard, I will say that, but there we go, we got there in the end, we did, and there it is, just a cute little kind of stream back and forth. And then I'm just gonna carry on putting in lots of natural stuff, plants again, and hopefully it will turn out okay. The log stakes, I've decided to go for the bleached effect instead of the white birch. I don't know why, I just think that it's a nicer colour tone for this island, and it breaks up some of the white just having in that colour. I have a bit of bad news whilst I was filming this, because I did it in sections and it was taking a long time. I kind of managed to corrupt one of the video files. I'm really sorry about that. So you have probably missed me decorating a large portion of the valley, but a lot of it is just trees, wheat fields, flowers, bushes, custom designs. So it's not stuff that you haven't already seen, you just won't see the full effect of it. So here is the finished product. Here's a fancy little montage, and hopefully you can see what areas I missed out on. As you can see, there's lots and lots of flowers, lots of bunnies, vines, puddles, ducks. That's kind of the whole vibe that we were going for. So I really hope you like that. And then here's me walking home back to my house. And yeah, here is up top with my house and the yard that we did. I hope you really enjoy it. I'm sorry you didn't get to see the full thing, the full effect of the video, but I hope this is okay, and I hope you guys got to see the majority of it, which you did. I think you did. You got to see all the best parts for sure. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon with another one. Bye bye.